Hi guys, welcome to another session with the Tattooed Business Doc. I'm Dr. Justin Buerta. Right now, let's talk money. Let's talk money. Now, accounting fees work in different manners and ways, and it's heavily regulated. The boards don't allow us to advertise our fees, doesn't allow us to be competitive and undercut each other in the industry, but it does happen, guys. It does happen. There's a lot of regulations and there's a lot of pitfalls, guys. Do not fall for guys that says, I charge you 10% of what I save you at SARS. That is going to be problematic for you. A lot of things have happened and a lot of guys got really badly hurt because of that. How fees work is you either pay a monthly accounting fee, which includes your accounting, whatever they do on a monthly basis, or you pay a retainer fee, which will include most of your yearly costs, where you pay it on a monthly basis. So you know, okay, I'm in for $2.5 grand every month, and that's it. But there's a lot of annual costs. Please remember, you'll have annual CIPC costs this year, from this year and forward, and actually backwards as well. Because you not only have to pay your CIPC cost, but there's an admin fee. Most companies charge an admin fee. There's a financial stability report that needs to be done. We need to do beneficial ownership. So now CPIC is going to cost you a hell of a lot more. So unfortunate, guys, but that's the rules and regulations. We all have to cope with it. Right, accounting mostly takes into consideration doing the processing, doing all the reporting, doing financials, doing your VAT submissions, those kind of things. Payroll in our company is done separately, so you pay separately for your payroll functions, which will include your MP201s and your EP501, which is done twice a year, and then your COIDA if you're workman's compensation registered. We'll do a little thing in time on each one so you understand why, where, and when, and how all those things work. It's very simple, but if you don't get it right, guys, I've got a lot of guys doing their own payrolls because they don't want to pay 65 Rand or whatever guys are charging for pay slips. I've heard it starts at 65 and goes up, and people don't want to pay because I'll do my own payroll, all those kind of things, guys. It gets tricky when you don't deduct enough taxes. I've had that over and over and over and over again. Again, people being clever and trying to save a penny, and then you are pound foolish. Then there's obviously other, if your IT14 for your business is submitted, there's a cost towards that. If your IT12 is submitted in terms of you as a director or a manager or whatever, or the owner of the business, there's costs involved in that. So accounting isn't necessarily this cumbersome, very expensive exercise. You've got to look at it as a value-added service. Because you're an accountant, and in my case, I'm your accountant, I'm your tax advisor, I'm your tax practitioner, I'm your HR, I'm your confidant, I'm your sex therapist, I'm your psychologist, I'm your headmaster that has to come and discipline your staff. Guys, I am the guy that you phone when, you know what, your wife is waiting at home and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're sitting in a bar and all those kind of things. So, guys, you get a hell of a lot more from your accountants. Now, one thing a person needs to understand here, and it's something I should have said in the introduction when it comes to accounting, is that, you know what, your accountant is independent from you. And you've got to understand that independence must always be maintained. We cannot, because of monetary value or monetary, how can I say this? When a monetary reward present services, you know, we can't make millions out of you because we're trying to do what you want to do, right? Your numbers speak for itself. I told you about the accounting, and accounting being a narrative for your business. The narrative of your business is a story your business tells. It's historically based, so it's already happened. So there's no massive monetary reward for accountants. We just do a service to the best of our abilities. We are responsible to, obviously, SARS, CPIC, everything else. We are unfortunately not attorneys. We do not have a client attorney privilege. We don't have that. So we have to always tick the boxes. We've got to cross the T's, dot the I's, and give you the best service we can and make sure that you are compliant. And that is why there's these accounting costs, your retainer costs, all those kind of things, is to ensure your compliance. Guys, it is well worth to spend to ensure your compliance. And you can shop around, guys. There's lots of accountants, and you need to find a guy that you can work with that understands your business, that understands you. Remember, your accountant needs to care for your business as much as you do, because there's a fiduciary responsibility for the accountant in terms of the company. You're responsible to not only the shareholders, but the directors and all the other stakeholders in the business. If you do integrated reporting, you'll understand the scope of what we're talking about when we talk about stakeholders. You know, your debtors and your creditors and anybody else holds you responsible. And you hold your accountant responsible. And that's the reality, and that's what you pay for. And that's a service you need to receive. You know, and you can go anywhere. Guys, there is plenty. There's the big 5, there's the 10 million small guys. I'm medium. I'm in between, I don't know, you know, the bottom of the barrel and, yeah, some snail trail down the garden path. I'm around there somewhere. You'll find me there. But yeah, guys, at the end of the day, fees are fees, and you pay the fees for the services you receive. So be very clear about the services you want, how you want it, and what you are requesting. I find a lot of guys misunderstand what they're paying for, so make sure what you are paying for. Get a proper quotation, get a proper consultation. Go see the guys like we do. We do normally do the first consultations for free, so to understand your business, understand your requirements, and then I'll tell you how much your retainer and whatever else will be. Please get that down in writing on black and white. Do a service level agreement if you really want to. A lot of guys then tie you in when you go away from accountants that you have to give them 3 months notice and stuff like that. So you know what? Read everything, make sure you know. Accounting fees, guys, are well worth paying because you need the professionals on your side. So yeah, I've got your back, and I'll see you next time. Everything's going to be okay.